How long have you been having seizures?
The seizure started from birth. Um, Actually, 3 days old, I turned blue, and my father didn't know what was going on. He gave me mouth to mouth, and they said I was thrush, but later on, they come to find out that I was having what they called at the time grand mal seizures, and I was having 7 to 10 every 5 hours.
When did you start smoking cannabis?
I I found cannabis at 10 years old. Um, I started smoking, and I noticed that I stopped shaking as much. I could focus a lot better, and it brought me to the point where the phenobarbital that they had me on was not negated, but kind of assisted, because the high levels that I was on in liquid form would cause severe nightmares, and the not taking it, I would have cramps that would literally rip the tendon from the bone, and then I would wind up in the hospital with those issues too. And at 10, I smoked pot for the first time and didn't have a seizure for 24 hours.
When did you find out you had Parkinson's?
I believe it was at 40, in my 40s.
42?
42, maybe a little bit earlier. I've had it, but they didn't diagnose it. Um, I was on anti-anxiety drug, anti-ADHD drug, and a bipolar medication at the same time, which we later on found out specifically states not to prescribe them together. I passed out in my bathroom and hit my head on the toilet, broke it. Not my head, but the toilet, and I had a knot on my head for months, and that's when my seizures actually came back and the Parkinson's hit me full on. I was unable to move on my right side for months, and it just, the cramps would return, and I wind up screaming in the middle of the night.
You were in a car accident at the age of 14 where you went through the windshield of a car.
Approximately, yes, 1982 exactly. From the back seat, broke my neck, ankles, knees, smashed teeth out of my mouth that they could never replace because they just never was able to fix the bone structure. Um,
They told you you'd never walk again. You proved them wrong.
I think that's basically because I was smoking cannabis since I was 10 every day, and it regardless, it made me feel better. And I know what the propaganda out there says, and I know what everybody tells me, it'll kill you, it'll kill brain cells, but 37 years I've been smoking and I'm still here. And doctors tell me a lot of times that that's kind of medically impossible.
You have a tumor on one of your organs.
It's a fist sized tumor on my pancreas, and the MRIs have shown that it should have been, by all rights,
Cancerous.
cancerous, but has remained benign and actually shrinking. I'm definitely, the Parkinson's medications, the L-Dopa family, the carbidopa, the levodopa. If they're not taken in the proper amounts at the same time, um, you can have serious repercussions, including death. Um, I'm on so much Tegretol. I'm on a gram point eight a day, nearly 2 grams of Tegretol a day, which is somewhere near or over the FDA approved limit. I take Dilantin as well, almost 800, 900 milligrams a day. And I'm on phenobarbital still, and at 47 years old, I have raging nightmares that wake me up screaming in the middle of the night.
And yet, cannabis calms your fibromyalgia, your Parkinson's, your dementia, and your bipolar disorder to a great degree.
And it can stop the seizure.
And it
seconds.
stops a seizure within 5 minutes. I've seen it happen.
Now, because of the laws where I live, I can obtain cannabis, but because of the way the laws are written, the police department generally want to raid your house and take everything you own so that the laws of seizure, not the kind I have, the laws of illegal seizure apply, and they take everything you own. They make it impossible for you to live. They've done this to me and my family. They put us in jail for 72 hours. They charged us with absolutely nothing. They still have not returned $10,000 worth of computers, cellular phones, records, albums, and irreplaceable things from family members that I could never hear again. And that's the law. I get to suffer with that. And regardless, it says you can have your medication, but we're going to take everything you own if you try. So, I don't know.
It's a two-faced law.
Yeah, it's a two-faced bold lie is what it is. It's for those of you who think cannabis legalization in California is cool and everything, well, come up and see me sometime. You'll see what my life is like. I invite you to come anytime. You want to film me, you want to watch me for 24 hours, this is my life. Okay? I very rarely get out of bed, and on the good days, I may be able to drive to town. Otherwise, I see the same four walls all day. I sit here, and I wonder when it's going to stop. When am I going to be able to get the high-grade medication that I need to fix my problems rather than just maintain?
Yeah. That's the highs, lows, and in-betweens of being a medical cannabis patient. Thank you.